Para todo el mundo, brother. Las chicas, rola.
Government. Honduras has a presidential representative democratic republic system. The president of Honduras is head of state, head of government, and of a multi-party system. On November 29, 2009, Honduras elected Porfirio Pepe Lobo as president. Honduras is divided into 18 departments with 298 mayors. The two major political parties are the slightly left-of-center Liberal Party and the slightly right-of-center National Party. Geography. Honduras, in the northern central part of Central America, has a Caribbean as well as a Pacific coastline. Guatemala is to the west, El Salvador to the south, and Nicaragua to the east. The second largest country in Central America. Honduras is slightly larger than Tennessee. Generally mountainous, the country is marked by river valleys and narrow coastal plains. Area. The total area is 112,090 square kilometers. Land, 111,890 square kilometers. Water, 200 square kilometers. As of July 2013, the population rate is nearly 8,448,000. The infant mortality rate is 19.85 deaths per 1,000 live births. The population below poverty line is 60%. The population growth rate is 1.838%. The total fertility rate is 3.1 children per woman. The estimates for this country explicitly take into account the effects of excess mortality due to AIDS. This can result in lower life expectancy, higher infant mortality, higher death rates, lower population growth rates, and changes in the distribution of population by age and sex than otherwise be expected. Ethnicity. The ethnic groups are Mestizo, which is mixed Amerindian and European, 90%, Amerindian 7%, Black 2%, and White 1%. Religion. The religions consist of Roman Catholic 97% and Protestant 3%. Language. Honduras' official language is Spanish and Amerindian dialects. Economy. Honduras, the second poorest country in Central America. It suffers from extraordinarily unequal distribution of income, as well as high underemployment. While historically dependent upon the export of bananas and coffee, Honduras has diversified its export base to include apparel and automobile wire harnessing. Most families own their own properties where they keep their animals and products such as fruits, vegetables, and more. The lempira is the currency of Honduras. The lempira was named after the 16th century Cacique Lempira, a ruler of the indigenous Lenca people. $1 is equal to 20.23 lempiras as of 2013. The economy registered modest economic growth of 3.0% to 4.0% from 2010 to 2012, insufficient to improve living standards for the nearly 65% of the population in poverty. Public sector workers complain of not receiving their salaries in November and December of 2012. And government suppliers are owed at least several $100 million in unpaid contracts. The government announced in January of 2013 that loss-making public enterprises will be forced to submit financial rescue plans before receiving their budget allotments for 2013. Flag. The flag consists of 3 horizontal bands, from top to bottom, of blue, white, and blue, with 5 blue pointed stars arranged in an X pattern centered in the white band, The stars represent the members of the former Federal Republic of Central America: Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. The blue bands symbolize the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea. The white band represents the land between the two bodies of water and the peace and prosperity of its people. History. Honduras was originally inhabited by indigenous tribes, the most powerful of which were the Mayans. On July 30th, 1502, during his fourth and last trip through the Americas, Christopher Columbus reached the Bay Islands and soon afterwards the coast of the mainland. This was the first time he saw Honduran soil. By 1525, Spain began their conquest on Honduran territory. A few years later, in 1539, Spain succeeded in the conquest of Honduran territory after bitter struggles with the native population. Later in 1821, independence was gained from Spain. In 1823, Honduras becomes part of the Federal Republic of Central America, also known as the United Provinces of Central America, which includes Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, and Costa Rica. By 1840, Honduras finally became independent following the dissolution of the Federal Republic of Central America. Honduras is known for having delicious baleadas. In the following video clips, baleadas are being made. To make the tortillas, prepared flour and water was used. You add more liquid to form a smooth dough that isn't too sticky. You then knead the dough until it is smooth. You must cut the dough into equal portions and roll them each into a ball. Next, you cover with a clean dish towel and set aside to rest for at least 30 minutes. It is important to evenly spread out the dough and cook the tortilla. You do this until the tortilla has brown spots and is lightly puffed. Meanwhile, you can be cooking your fried beans. A simple tortilla consists of grated white cheese, cream, and fried beans. Hay que rallar el queso. You have to grate the cheese. You can also add eggs or meat if you like. Make sure to add it all on one side, then just close up the tortilla and enjoy a delicious baleada.